Known as the Miracle of Deliverance, it was the biggest evacuation in military history. 80 years ago, British and Allied forces were rescued from Dunkirk's beaches as German troops swept across France in 1940. At first, it was hoped that 45,000 men could be saved. But over the frantic 9 days of the operation, over 338,000 men were carried across the Channel to the White Cliffs of Dover and safety. Well, Dover Castle's network of secret tunnels became the rescue's headquarters, and Sarah Smith is there for us this lunchtime. Sarah.
Well, at this moment, 80 years ago, they were still waiting for the signal to launch Operation Dynamo, that mix of naval vessels and those famous little ships which would head over to Dunkirk. And the man in charge, his statue is here, Vice Admiral Ramsay, and it was all coordinated under our feet in the tunnels, the old Napoleonic barracks under Dover Castle, where they would work day and night bringing those men home. Now let's hear from one veteran, 100-year-old Fred Dalton from Peckham, who told us about being on that beach, desperate to get home.
In the face of a fierce Nazi onslaught, Belgium had collapsed and British and French troops were trapped in a pincers as German forces advanced relentlessly.
When retreat is the only option, every life saved is a victory. Gunner Fred Dalton had been in France since the start of the war. Come the end of May, he found himself on the beach at Dunkirk, the Germans on all sides, except for one, and there the barrier was the sea.
Well, you don't know what's going to happen. Everything happens so fast. If you didn't get spattered or done in by aircraft, you did be tanks.
Tired, hungry, terrified, it felt as though there was no way out.
I was dead scared, and wasn't very much that we could do because you had nowhere to go, if you follow me. And if you could find somewhere to get your head under, you did so.
For 2 days he hid from the bullets in a hole in the sand. Finally, the chance came to get out onto a Navy ship via a makeshift pier.
What they did was to get us out onto the water as far as possible without having to swim. Because a lot of us didn't swim, I don't. And the lorries were edge on edge all the way along, so all we had to do was climb up into the driver's cab, out onto the roof and walk along the length of the lorry to get the end of it.
Incredibly, Fred Dalton made it home, as he puts it, without a scratch. But it wasn't long before he was back on duty.
Give you 2 days leave and that's it, and then you go back and you start all over again then.
Now 100, it's an age he says his 20-year-old self on that beach could never have imagined reaching.